Yes, I am. Hello, friends. Happy Friday. I know we've done more calls this week than we've done in a really long time. And right in the middle of the day, I know is crazy. I know it can also be crazy at night. I think that so many of us have goals that we are getting very serious about. A lot of us are tweaking our mindset and having aha moments. A lot of us are recommitting to the business and looking over those tip-top things that are the most important parts of our business so that we're not wasting our time. That to me is a huge gift. And that is to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then this is a big part of it, why you're not doing other things. Those other things, what are you not doing? Because we can't do all the things all the time. So that is to keep us on track this month. I don't know. I like to hear a lot more feedback during months like this when we're all aiming to earn something like the iPad, but I haven't felt as much excitement or buzz about it. Maybe it's just me that I've been doing this a long time, or maybe our team all assumes that everybody wants the iPad and we're going for it. But I think there's something powerful about saying out loud to your family, I'm really working on earning this iPad for you guys this month, and I'm going to keep you posted on it. Telling your upline, just so you know, I need to earn the iPad. Telling your downline, I'm earning the iPad. But also thinking past yourself and this iPad, because guess what? It's not about the iPad at all. It's not about the iPad. Did you know? It's nice. We have to remind ourselves of that, right? But it's who can I help earn the iPad? Who can I help bring in a little extra income? Who can I help get on the products this month? And so Jen and I wanted to do a little bit of training and then do a little bit of Q&A today with you guys. So if you have questions, and as we're talking, write down your questions, or if you have something on your mind, be ready for that, because we're going to have that time at the end of the call. I really want you guys to know that this isn't about the iPad. That is really on my mind today. This is about, honestly, this is about leadership. You as a leader, whether you have one person on your team, whether you have no business builders right now, what have you, you are someone who needs to learn to start knowing the way, going the way, and showing the way. So I'm going to start out with this. It's so important. And this, again, is something that can happen before you go silver. And as we go forward, we can get stronger and stronger in this. When you know the way, it means that you are communicating, number one, your own goals to someone, and that you know where you're going, your goals, and you know the way, meaning you know the action you need to be able to take to get to those goals. Now, in the knowing the way, this means that you need to be someone who can communicate the goals and the actions that are needed to get to your destination. For me, I'm going to say bringing on 6 level 1s and helping a new level 1 go silver and earn an iPad. That's my goal. So I need to know the steps needed, daily steps, daily action, weekly action needed to get there, and to be able to communicate it to my team. Pretend I just had one business builder, and it's J Mitch. She's my level 1. I would need to communicate that to her. Okay. So knowing the way, and then guess what's next? Going the way. That means I need to show J Mitch how I'm doing this by going. How am I going? I'm doing the actions. And by doing the actions and earning the iPad, not only am I going to bless my family, but really our number one focus should be, I'm going to show my team that I'm doing it and that I know how to do this, so that when they want to do this as well, they will come to me and trust me. This going the way, step 2, is a time when your team's going to latch onto you and go, oh, She does what she says she's going to do. She told me at the beginning of the month, she knows the way, and that she is going to follow these specific actions and this many messages a day she's aiming for. And my leader has also told me, I'm aiming for this many events to put on for my team this week and this many Zoom calls. That I am going in with intensity this month. That is going the way. You guys, at the end of the month, your team, your network, if you don't have a business builder under you right now, your people are going to be like, BK earned the iPad and she made a silver and got somebody else the iPad. Oh man, I didn't do any of these things this month, but guess what? I trust this person now. Why? Well, obviously she's a leader because she knows the way and she goes the way. Do what you say what you're going to do, right? That is something we can start so early on in this business. It's not even funny. It's so powerful. That is how we gain the trust of people who are following us. And guess what? I can totally still fail and not earn the iPad this month. Truly. But at least I'm still knowing the way and I'm going that way. And I'm like, see, I'm moving my feet in action and I'm going to show them how I can fail forward too. If I don't earn the iPad, how is that going to affect me and my spirit and the way I continue to show up and my mindset? Am I going to be like, I'm so bad at this. Nobody wants to join me. I'm just going to like float and just throw away all my IPAs. That was pointless. No, you're going to show next one, right? You are going to show the way with those who want to link up with you this month by linking up and doing it together and being like, yep, these are the actions I'm doing. Are you doing these actions? You want to team up with any three-way Zooms? Do you need me to be in any three-way chats? Intensity together. So leaders, we've got to know the way. If you're sitting here going, yeah, I want the iPad, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, okay. Well, we can show you. We can tell you what we're doing. Jen and I, we're coming here going, we know the way. We've done this before. And during seasons when, if we haven't, guess what? We know how other people have done it. Okay. Knowing the way, and then we show the way so that people can be like, oh, I trust this person. This is rapport, you guys. This person's consistent. And oh, she didn't earn it. I wonder how she's going to show up. Is she going to be embarrassed? Is she going to hide out? Is she going to hold back now? Is she not going to have any goals for next month? Is she going to be in a bad mood? Is she going to be crying? No. Well, we might cry a little. It does happen. We feel the same feelings that you feel, you guys, and we don't hit those goals. So we're not telling to like shove all those under the carpet. But that's the first thing I wanted to share as leaders. Think of yourself as that person now. Okay. Knowing the way, and start there. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that here soon. I also have like 5 steps to earning the iPad that I don't even know if I need to share that next. Jen, what do you have on your heart to share for the beginning of this call?
So yesterday I listened to Brittany Howard's YouTube training that you shared. And, on the board, and it was just talking about like getting to Mexico part 2. That was the one. And she nailed me to the wall yesterday with the things about the mindset, the stinking mindset. And I was there. I was that person. I was doing all the things to avoid sending the messages. But you know what it was all about, Bridget? It was all about me. I'm scared. I'm feeling this. Oh, it's been so long since I've developed a business. I'm me. And then all the while though, like I've done enough personal growth to recognize I had stinking thinking, but I still let myself stay there. Right. So finally, after a few hours of that, it was like, yeah, okay, you're just going to have to stop with this already. And so the reality is that you do have new business builders. The reality is you have done this before. Do you remember the incentive a few years ago where I think it was like $1,000 if you added 8 people? It was like a November incentive or something. I got that incentive. Like I don't even know. I know. I'm like, I added 8 people in 1 month. Like I got the iPad a couple of years ago. Like I've done the things. So and then I started thinking, okay, stop it, Jennifer. You're so me focused. this is not about me. I mean, yes, I want the iPad. Yes, I want, but ultimately, like, I know these products can bless. I know this business can bless. There are people out there praying for this every single day, and I have something that can help. Is it up to me? Like, is it on me if they say no or ignore me? No. But I have presented it. I have offered it to them. And so I literally had such excitement when I sat down to message because I was coming from a place of, oh my word, I know what this can mean for you. And so if you're in that place and like you have all that stinking thinking, recognize it and refuse to stay there. Start coming from a place of gratitude. I don't care if you've been here for a week. You're part of an amazing community of people. I promise you have amazing products, even if you don't know it yet. I promise this is an amazing company, even if you don't know it. Like, borrow our belief. We've been here for a while, right? But sit down, come from a place of gratitude and think about what this could mean for other people. Because it's so easy to be self-focused, especially in such, like intense moments like this and like, oh, I want it so bad. And something that you just said a few minutes ago, you were like, what if I don't get the iPad? What if I don't get it? How is my audience going to react? They're watching. But I was thinking about, okay, well, how would I react if someone on my feed was going for this major thing, this big thing, they were so excited, and then they didn't get it? I would have so much respect for someone who was honest and vulnerable and failing forward and being like, you know what, I didn't get it. And acknowledge, like, I'm so bummed. I may have cried, but I learned how to be consistent. I learned how to motivate. I learned this about myself. I'm so, like all the things, maybe like your takeaways or what you learned, but fail forward and just show your audience that, you can do hard things and they don't necessarily always have to be successful, but that would be attractive to me as a person. Like that, like you said, like that person, if they didn't make it, and if they did make it, same thing. Like I'd be like, wow, they made it. And if we do make it, like, let's not come at it from a place of like, look what I did. Let's come at it from a place of gratitude and lessons learned and challenges overcome. Either way, like, let's point out the hard things that we've overcome or whatever, and give glory to God, right? Because that is the kind of person that I would be looking for if I were thinking about a company or products. I'm looking for that person who is rising above the challenge, no matter if they succeed the challenge or don't succeed the challenge. Either way, right? So that was just some rambling thoughts that I had while you were talking, because this is intense. Like, we can do it though, but it takes intense, specific action every single day. I'm going to do the things. And okay. So
I love that when you said just the whole, what happens if I don't get it or whatever, if that's in the back of your head. And so maybe that is why you're not sharing your goals with anybody, because you're like, I'm not going to make any goals because, I don't know, something might happen with my kids and then something. I am just going to flat out tell you that I did not make goals or share goals for a very long time, probably halfway into my senior Ruby journey. Like, I was a year into senior Ruby. And a lot of times it was because I didn't really have upline to like tell those things too. But you guys, you know what, why I didn't? It was because of my own pride. So if pride is keeping you from not making goals every month and sharing them on a team chat, and I dare you to just put yourself out there. And I mean, the numbers do not lie. The statistics show that once you do that, Jen, was it you that shared that? You are like 70 or 80% more likely to succeed in goals that you've shared publicly than at any other time. And it is because people are watching. They actually want to see you succeed. Us uplines, we're like, oh, they have goals. Well, that's where I'm going to go spend my time this month, because that's a runner. I have goals too. I want to help them succeed. So if you're not sharing those, we also don't know how to encourage you, to support you. We're like, okay, I'll be praying for you. So let people know your goals. Mindset is going to be everything. And you guys, action. It's for me, this is literally what it comes down to: mindset, action, going to my current VIPs, because I feel like that's a thing that we forget about when it comes to incentives like this, right? The going to the people on the fence is number 4. And number 5 is do not give up until month's end. We have literally had people on our team that like the 25th of the month, they're like, what am I doing? I've decided I really want that iPad. My husband really needs an iPad. I think I can do it. And they do it. So action, you guys, normally, I will say this, we're kind of more in a marathon zone of like consistency. And I've ran marathons. Anybody else run marathons? Like you are consistently training every single day. And the intensity does go up in the sense that it's like a little more time every day, but it doesn't feel like it because you're just being consistent. But right now, I am moving into sprint zone for this month because I need to bring on 6 level 1s and I still want to make a silver and help my team accomplish this too. So let us not forget, and putting this tip out here, current customers. Maybe Kristen Mastrolia here on this call will be open to sharing the message she sent out to her VIPs, telling them, I loved her wording, telling them that they are qualified to earn an iPad this month. You guys, those people can get upgraded. They can share with 6 people. You can put on a Meet Plexus Zoom. I have the whole template for you, all the slides, all the how-tos. I can help you do them. I mean, like every single time we have incentives like this, we get people coming out of the woodwork being like, oh, I really want to do that. So I have to do the business to do that. No, you don't have to do the business to do that. Let's get your family an iPad. Looking for those people. Maybe it's just one. Maybe it'll be like Christy Mastrolia. And she got, I forget, Christy, did you get like 9 people interested?
9, yeah.
9. And she's a senior gold, you guys. Okay. So we kind of want to say our wording if you're being willing to share. That is faithfulness. She stayed up late one night and she decided to do it through Project Broadcast because she's like, I need to use this stupid thing that I pay for every month, right? She was talking to you late one night. I'm like, you go, girl. But if you don't have Project Broadcast, you don't need Project Broadcast. I'm not even using that right now, okay? That's not going to get in your way. Don't make any excuses. Also, those people on the fence, you guys, we have a free bag of active to offer right now. You can offer deadlines to people who have been on the fence and offer free shipping or free membership. You're going to get like a $600 to $700 iPad. That's what it's worth, you guys. So if you have to pay out $60 in VIP memberships, it might just saying it might be a really good moment to think about doing that. But give deadlines and be like, I'm doing this until, the 15th or whatever you choose to do. And then last, just to not give up. Have you decided to earn this thing? Whew, yes or no? Do you know the way? We're going to talk about that. And you guys had questions too that I wrote down. And I also sent to Jen. You sent questions to me for this call, which I was so grateful for, because that always helps us know where to start. Right? Anything else you want to share, Jen, that's on your mind today, a Friday, the 10th of March?
Well, just like you said, it's not too late. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've seen miracles happen. Plexus days are like dog days, they last forever. So we've been here long enough to see, like, I've seen people grow by 100, 200, points in a day over the course of the last couple of days of the month with intensity. Of course, let's not wait till that, right? Let's work diligently all along. But, so that's what I'm excited about, is just all the people that are going to come out. So I have the questions too. Do you want to start? You want me to start with one?
Ooh, sure. There's one more thing I want to bring up again. I feel like I just brought it up recently, but it's that March is a foundational month for April, May, June, July, man. Without a doubt, I can look at my points, and I mean, literally in leaders chats when they're like, This is when you put in some intensity, and you'll see that the ball will be rolling in April as well. That excitement you'll carry into April, and it will snowball. It could just be that one VIP that brings on 6 people that you help her do this. And then her sister ends up being your level 2. And she's like, I need this opportunity. I think I'm going to start sharing, and you'll be the one to taproot that sister and bring her to diamond. Like, that's how we have to think. It really is a numbers game. The more level 1s you can bring in, the more chances are that you will find their future business builders in there. And I know, like Jen and I have been talking about, lead with the opportunity, fall back on the products. This is also a month where products matter, because those people are going to want to get off the fence for our products. So be in stories every day, mixing up that pink drink. If you have an iPad in your house, I would say hold it up and be like, I'm helping people earn this month. Like, I want to tell you all the details. Do a call with your sponsor. I'm putting together a call right now, and I don't know, Jen, maybe I'll reach out to you and see if you want to add anything to it, and we can do our slides together, how to earn the iPad. So that when people are interested, you can be like, watch this really quick. See if this is doable. I would hold your hand and like, make this happen. You're not on your own with this, and you don't have to do the business. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure to put in there. Okay. Question number 1. How to segue from leading with the opportunity to leading with the products. We chatted a bit about this in our chat earlier today, our team chat. The question started there, and then I got a couple of the same questions again. So segueing into the products, I feel like are so easy, because if you've already been that bold to be like, I think you'd be really good at this, the only reason why you would go to that person and be able to say, I think you could kill it with this thing, because of who you are and our comp plan and the way Plexus has set this up, and plus we have an amazing team, is you're able to say it's because we have incredible products for the masses. So, hey, okay, so fine, you're not ready right now, girlfriend. I'm not going to stop praying about this though, because I can't get you off my mind. I would love to do this in the future, but I promise I won't bug you about it for a little bit. But okay, I have to wonder now, I'm sure you've seen some of my posts about Plexus. Have you ever been open to like having a taste test of Slim, of the pink drink? Can I just send you one? And don't ask them. Just be like, put your address down below if I can send you a taste test of Slim. And they will. I've never had somebody not give me their address. And I'm talking about complete strangers too. They'll put down their address. But then guess what? I don't sit there and be like, oh, and I have to package this up and go to the post office and then wait 3 days, 5 days till they get this one pack of Slim, because guess what? That's what I send. You know why? Because I'm able to tell them, hey, they're actually, just so you know, there are many flavors of Slim, and we have a couple different kinds of Slim, and everybody's different. But hey, let me send this to you really quick. Since they were open to giving you their address, they're going to be open to coming back and being like, oh, where's this taste test thing? Send them a graphic of the Candida symptoms. And our team has a really great one that Jessica Peterson put together that's totally compliant too. So it explains all the symptoms. You guys would love it, Jen. And maybe you guys already have a good one that you love. Send that and be like, okay, so before I put your Slim taste test in the mail, like, tell me if you have any of these things, and then maybe I'll put in a different one depending on it. Then you're getting them to answer some questions about their health. And from there, you can be like, look, I'm putting it into a package. This is going in the mail. This is for you to taste to see if it's something like, I don't know, if you like enjoy drinking it every day. And then I'm going right into, oh my goodness, I am thinking about a couple of testimonials that I would love to tag you in. And you're moving them and asking for permission one thing at a time in a relationship way. If you can, invite them to call it what it is, your family's resource page, so that they can see stories of some other people that have been blessed by Plexus. Once you have them there and you're tagging them, one at a time, day by day, you'll be able to shepherd them forward to the next step. After you send a couple testimonials, be like, okay, I have to flat out tell you, like, get on voice message. I'll just tell you right now, like, I know I messaged you because of the business, but man, I had no idea you were dealing with PCOS and flaky scalp and whatever. But like, do you realize like you're the perfect candidate for something called the triplex? It's so simple. It's so like the most simple thing. Can I send you like a 2-minute video? Would that bless you? You guys, I'm telling you, the products, that is where it's at, because we can just go boop, 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 one step at a time. You're going to lead them all the way through with layering exposures. And of course, some people are going to need more time, and they're going to need an event, and they're going to need a quick 3-way with your sponsor. When they finally hear Colina's testimony, they're going to be like, oh, wow, another person. Okay. So that's what I would say to lead forward and to segue into products. I hope that helps. Anybody you have more?
That was really good. Love that.
Okay.
Well, and yesterday someone was like, I led with the business, but then they defaulted to the products. I was like, well, that was easy. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, that I'm sure that'll be happening too.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I need to ask her. It was Raquel. She's not on, I don't think, but yeah, she was just like, they defaulted to the product themselves. So let's find out. She's in our chat. I'll ask her in our chat.
Well, and I think a lot of times they could have been watching Raquel in stories and always seeing this pink drink, but being like, oh, I don't want to comment right now. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I wonder. And so then it's like an open door for them to be like, actually, we've had that happen a lot on our team. Actually, I have been like wondering about that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not forget, it's our consistency in our stories, our posting in the inbox. It really is kind of a science, but it's a very simple science. Trust that process of showing up in those places. Inbox, posts, stories, and keep it simple. You don't have to have 40 stories up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the next question you want to?
Next question, how have you brought on 6 level 1s in the past? What actions did you do? I mean, I did reach out like crazy. Of course, I would get a frog in my throat, like right at this moment. Of course. Anyway, so I'm thinking about last iPad or that $1,000 cash month. Yeah, I mean, I just was really intentional about reaching out to people that I had already been engaging with, having conversation with. Of course, you have to bring on new people to get, well, in the past, you had to bring on like all new people. You couldn't even develop anybody. So I love the fact that Plexus is letting us develop and count, because that's such a pivotal part of our business is developing leaders. That's what we want. So anyway, in the past though, you had to add 6 level 1s or 8 level 1s or whatever. And so intense action, specific, like you guys, and I'm talking about, because a lot of us are stay-at-home moms, I'm talking about this reaches beyond office hours into, I'm going to have simple meals this month. We're going to have some quick go-to meals. Sunday night, I'm going to, brown up some ground beef for the week, save myself a few minutes. I'm going to have crock pot meals, Instapot meals. And I'm not talking about running like this pace forever. No, but I can do a short sprint of this, right? So other ways, what can I do? What can I get off of my plate this month? Right? Those were some things that I've already been looking at for March and already implementing. Simple meals, easy meals, different things like that. And so, but yeah, reaching out with intensity to those people that I've already had in conversation with, looking at who is looking at your stories. I think that is so, I don't know. I think that's something that we probably don't look at enough. Yep. Like, who is really watching me? Instagram, it only is there for like while the story is there, from what I understand, unless there's a secret way I don't know about. Facebook, I believe it keeps your audience for 2 weeks. So, yeah, I think it's 2 weeks that you can go back and see. So yeah, so what I'll do is if I'll have a story or a series of like, Plexusy things, I will look at who is looking at them. And if you don't have a lot of Plexusy things, then just look at who's watching you, period, because they're probably watching your Plexus stories, right? But be intentional with your stories for sure. But because those people, they're like, when you say, you probably see my Plexus post like they have because, they've seen your stories. I don't tell them. I think that sounds a little creepy. I know you watch my stories. No, I know, like that's a little much, but reach out to those people. And those are the people that I've actually already, some of those people are the ones that, like, I've got some dream teamers that I've reached out to. But then I've got some story watchers that I've reached out to. So, and then events, like getting them to events, just really what you just said, like getting them into the page. We have a page called Happy and Healthy. It's testimony page, information page, tagging them in some things, getting those conversations started, adding valuable content on your Facebook feed, engaging content, right? So I don't know, you're making peanut butter and jelly sandwich and your husband's like, I can't stand peanut butter and jelly. I like peanut butter and banana. And then you go to Facebook and you do like a fun engagement post. I don't know, I'm just thinking, but think of ways to like get a quick boost on your algorithm, that a lot of people are going to kind of want to come and comment on, because that's going to help your content be seen in maybe some of those people's feeds. Reaching out to people who have, tried Plexus in the past and have stopped.
Yes.
That's a big one, because people come, I can't even tell you. I had a girl yesterday that she tried a few years ago and she's ready to come back and get started again, so just reaching out to those people. What would you think? What are some of your tips, Bridge?
Well, I just know you too, looking into you and your Plexus journey. And I don't even know completely all the deals to it, but I know you guys, all of us too have different strengths. And one thing I've seen Jen do over the years is be very faithful in Instagram and bringing value. She's a homeschooling mama of 6. She loves the Lord, and man, she stays on niche. Like she gives. So I also know that she's drawn in a lot of people through attraction marketing, people who are like-minded with her, because she's building that trust as she's pouring that out so consistently, that too, her being even more intense, right? Ramping that up this month, because that is one of her strengths. I see that as being one of her strengths, is probably going to be a good idea. Do you know what I mean? And I know some of my strengths too. Knowing your own strengths is going to be a big part of this. So for me, it's Facebook. It's Facebook posts that bring a lot of non-Plexus value. That is where I get the biggest bang for my buck, and I build trust with people. And as they comment and see, I am like off, like it might all be about lymphatic, my rebounder, which I need to post about because it's a newer rebounder that's getting me really, really good results, like all over my body, you guys. And the science behind it and stuff. I really should sell these things, by the way, because I'm already pointing all these people to the website. I'm like, I need an affiliate link, seller sizer. And they're tagging me in their posts. I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm trying to actually open up a network there in the rebounder community. But because I know that about myself, like I have to ramp up my value right now in social. But I also know that reaching out relationally in Messenger is tip tops for me. Commenting on people's posts in a relational way, connecting, and then getting it into the Messenger, listening to them, asking them how their family's been doing. Find something that you both have in common and go forward with that. And as you ask them how they're doing, guess what? They're always going to ask you how they're doing. I'm telling you, I have sold so much Plexus just because when they come back and ask me what I'm doing, I share and they're like, oh, I've seen your stuff before. Can you tell me more? Like they'll bring it up to me before I can even get to that point. Or I'll be like, actually, I have a couple of sticks of Slim right here. While we're talking, like, do you just want to like put your address down below very quick? Can I just send you like a happy drink in the mail? You guys, nobody says no. And then guess what I do from the one happy drink in the mail? What I just told you. I'm like, I don't just like hang out. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you anymore about Plexus while you're waiting for your happy drink. I'm like, oh, really? They want to taste it? So we're going to start moving it in that. Yeah, isn't it cool? Like, here's this graphic. I just had to send this to you because it's so exciting. Like, these are some of the things that like what I have helps people with. Like, do you have any of these things? Can I just ask you straight up? I know we were talking about something totally different, but do you see yourself in any of these things? And then we're moving forward. So I think people love to share about themselves and share about the hard and the good. And if we're patient and we're listening and we really care, I think that they can tell when somebody really cares and they're listening. And all of a sudden we have a solution. We're like, oh, I can help with that. So for me, it is commenting on people's posts. It is, and then getting into Messenger, bringing value onto social, being faithful in stories to mix up the pink drink in kind of a different way every day. I'm kind of aiming for that, a different glass, or I'm calling it something different. Like the other day, I was like, I'm going to call it my sunrise sipper because I'm sick and tired of calling it the pink drink. Like I get bored, so I'm like, let's do something new. Do you know how many people commented on that? They're like, a sunrise sipper. What's that? I'm like, oh my gosh. Like you go to my church, you know, I do plexus. It's plexus. I'm just calling it my sunrise sipper. So have fun with it. I think that people do feel our passion, and when they feel your creativity and something a little spunky and peppy, it kind of wakes them up from their slumber and they're like, oh, I haven't thought of it that way. Like I want to grab this. So those are some of my how-tos. The past VIPs, reconnecting with them on their Facebook page and in Messenger in a non-plexus way. You still have a lot of time in the month to reconnect with them as a friend. They might not want to get back on plexus, but no matter what, you can actually go back to them and be like, I just want to say again, thanks for ordering in 2020. Did you know that you ordered in 2020 with me? I can't believe it's been 2 years, but thanks for that and for trusting our family during those 2 months. And you never know, you might get into conversation of, you know, I never really asked you, like, what was it that made you stop? Because I know you came to me and you had these 3 things. Like, I am looking to do a better job as a Plexus ambassador. And I'm going back to my old people. And I'm also offering some fun promos this month for those who want to try it again, because I feel like I would lead you totally different this time. Being vulnerable and authentic and just humbling ourselves, I think it's a blessing to people. I think they respect that. And it causes them to realize, yeah, I can trust this person. They're real, they're down to earth, they're honest with their weaknesses, and they really do want to help me. And they believe these work. That's why they're bringing it up again. So we never want to give up on somebody else's journey. They've probably given up on themselves a billion times, right? We're the ones that are like, I haven't given up on you. I still believe this could actually help your Hashimoto's, like it did for my friend Angie next door to me, you know, and I feel like, ooh, we should have tweaked some things month 2, but I didn't. So that goes a long way, but that's intensity. See how much time that takes and pondering and, whew. Does that help? I feel like I went on for a very long time.
That was good.
Oh, so knowing your own strengths and knowing where you need to shift some of your time is going to be big this month. Deciding if you are going to earn the iPad and helping your team do the same by going them and saying, I know the way. Watch me go the way. I want you to see me every day posting. Like I want this accountability. And I want to then show you the way as I go. Let's go together. Let's do events together. You want to do an event with me this week? An event can be a 20-minute Zoom together. Also, don't forget your culture of your team. If you want a working culture, you guys all want to bond. You know what my top way to bond in a team culture is to grow that? Top. Get on a Zoom together and all share your testimonials in the health group that you're in and have a pretty graphic with everybody's faces. People get so fired up. The newbies get so nervous and then they do it and they're like, I did it. And all those people bond, everybody's high-fiving. So even if you don't bring on customers that time, guess what? You're still layering people and your workers are bonding together in work. That's what we want. We're not just some club that's like, yay, good job. We're like, let's work together. Let's bring our forces together. I'm pondering that for the rest of the month because I'm like, ooh, there's people that I want to bond together. That I'm like, ooh, she's newer and she hasn't shared her testimony on our, Guts and Grace info page. I'm thinking about Hannah Barnes, I'm like, okay, we're gonna draw her in. I love her testimony. Let's connect her with Reba. She needs to know Reba. They have so much in common. Oh my goodness. And they're both such great communicators, and they're real and they're authentic and they love the Lord. So connecting your people to others. Oh, what a wonderful thing we have to grow together and do that in friendship and culture and all that. I know Jen and I too have talked about doing a call or two this month. So we probably should get some stuff on the
Yeah,
calendar.
let's do. Okay.
It'd be cool to get our hubbies on, like
Yes.
you and
Yes.
Austin and David. You know what I mean?
That'd be so good.
People need to hear from the hubbies. Your hubby is hilarious. My husband will just laugh the whole time because the husband makes him laugh so hard. We're gonna be like, why are we even here? Have fun, guys.
They do have fun together. But I look at, this is totally random, but I look at the sweetest friendships in my life, and they are so predominantly Plexus friendships. Like, I am just thinking, how dull would my life be? You know, like how the friendships have encouraged me in the Lord. They've grown me as a parent. They've grown me as a wife, you know, and they are Plexus people. And it's just, yeah, I mean, that is just huge, huge, huge for me.
We have to share that with the world and let the world into what we have. And I think that sometimes doing Zooms together, seeing people laugh together, share commonality, we're all doing this together. There's room at the table for you. People really do need culture and community. I mean, military wife here, everything would change every 2 to 4 years. Maybe Reba feels the same. You just finally get in and then you're like, bye. Oh goodness. Or it can take 2 years to like find your people kind of. And yeah, Plexus was with me through like 3 different transfers. And looking back, I'm like, huh, what a blessing to have friends that stayed with me through those, you know, that I was working with daily. It's like I didn't even go through a transfer. It wasn't the same. It was such a blessing.
So good.
Yeah. Any other questions? Did we miss anything? Kind of talks about how have you gone to your current VIPs and brought up the fact that they are qualified to earn an iPad, a laptop, etc. It's up to us to do that. They probably don't know, and they probably don't realize that they're qualified to because they've done their 100 PV order for the month or their subscription's already on. So letting them know that like it would bring so much joy to you to bless them with that and $400. So, and giving them options like there are ways that we can do this together. Would you want to let me help you one step at a time? And then, yeah, how do you lead a business team to work together to earn an iPad and build momentum for the rest of the year? You show your excitement, show it on stories because your team and your network is watching you on stories, even your team. Like when you get, and you know, I need to remember this too, personally, sometimes I forget this. My stories is also really for my team to keep them inspired. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm sharing. You can do this too. I'm not stopping. I'm going for the iPad. I haven't even shared about the iPad on stories yet. What is my problem? It's the 10th of the month. I should aim to actually put that in there every single day, somewhere in there, sandwiched between personal stuff, you know, my big dream being mixed up and I'm helping people earn iPads. And I'm earning my own, like, watch me do it. So anything else? Anybody have any other questions? I didn't even check in the chat. It'd be a good place to see.
Excited for everybody. Oh, Christy's going to share her message in our chat. Yay, Christy. Thank you.
Would you do a post sharing that you are trying to earn the iPad? I'm never sure if that makes people think all I'm doing is thinking of them as a number, although I've seen Liz Kroll do an amazing post sharing the things you earn in the process of helping people in a very classy way. Yeah, I say do it and use your own voice because people know your character, Reba. You are a giver. You are so inspiring. You love the Lord. You pour yourself out on your family. You've been a faithful military wife. So remember, your network knows your character. So also, you know, trust that. Yeah, and share. I can't wait to see what you come up with because I don't think I've ever made a post like that. But why can't I? I'll be like, after 7 years of this business, they're catching my eye with this shiny thing. That's an iPad. I could go buy how many iPads? That'd be fun too. Take your paycheck and be like, with my paycheck last month, I could easily buy my own iPad. But I love this. This is on top of my commissions and my residual income. This is not the boast of what I'm going to do. This is going to show you how many people I'm going to help with health. And then my family also gets an iPad. Like, look how many people I'm able to serve just by doing this. I don't know. I think that's amazing.
Oh, cool. Birthday present. I
Oh,
love that.
that's a good why. I love it. Firing you, and then I don't know, you could like leave Scott, be like, I blocked my husband from this post.
I literally thought the same thing. I love that. Yeah, that'd be so fun. That would be so fun.
We could be like, shh, nobody tell
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to like surprise their husbands on this day? I don't know. What a sweet thing. And showing even more of your character right now, even you saying that, I'm like, see, those are the people that you want in your team, the selfless people. They're like thinking of their husbands and serving their families. That's why Reba's good at what she does. And that's why right there. Okay. Are we good? Anything else? Oh, he's not on FB. Oh, good. What a stinker. He already knows you're working for it. So you can surprise him. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that'd be so cute. That'd be a cute post when you earn it too. Reba's already done events this month, you guys. She did her own event and had how many people in there? And she had VIPs in there too. 20 people in her Facebook Messenger chat.
Amazing.
The gold, half of those people were VIPs to strengthen their belief, which is just genius, because that's when we start strengthening people's belief all over again when they join us to keep them on the products, right? But then people to bring on too. So proud of her for just jumping and doing that. That was her first event. She totally nailed it. And you know how it is the first time you do a Facebook Messenger chat, how you're like sweating and you're like, your heart's beating so fast. You're like, am I doing this right? She did it. My new VIP decided to buy her welcome pack. She had started with ease. Oh, nice job. Worth it in a 15-minute messenger event, 30-minute. That was one of our long ones, right? That's a good long one. Oh, 25 minutes. Okay. All right, guys. So let us go back to our chat. Take a moment and quickly share. Tell us, are you earning the iPad this month? Have you decided to? And what are your daily actions that you're aiming to commit to? And are you going to your team? Are you going to your team and telling them what you're doing because you know the way, you know it already? Okay. And tell them, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. Let's go this way together. I'm going to show you. Okay. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. You've been an inspiration to me. I'm so thankful for this side chat. Anything else you want to add, Jen?
No, just excited for the month. It's still like forever until the end, and so much can happen. And not only the month, but like you said, thinking about the months to come. Like, what is this going to do to your business? Yeah, you're laying such a great foundation.
Like shiny, shiny, shiny thing to get your attention, to put a little more oomph and intensity in. It's amazing what happens with a little more intensity. Even if you brought in 4, wow, 4 people that you're layering with, that you're helping one of those go silver next month. That is what we're looking at.
And the seed you're planting for, you may get 4 this month, but you may get 4 next month too, because of the seed you planted this month. I mean, yeah.
Win-win, win-win. Okay.
Thank you, Bridget.
Happy Friday. Don't forget to be in your stories. And I know it can be hard Friday nights, Saturday nights. Even for me, I do stories on Sunday because I get like 500 views on my stories on Sundays. So I write a bunch of stuff because I don't want to be on my phone a lot on Sundays. And I just go, I plug it all in on Sundays so that people have stuff to watch while I'm out and about and fellowshipping and at church and stuff. So I get a lot of contacting over the weekend. So maybe that'll be the same for you. Have a great day, guys. See you in our chat. Bye. Well, how do you prep your stories ahead? I'll tell you in the chat, Reba. Oh, no, I'll just tell you right now because we're still here. Yay. And I'm still recording. How do I prep my stories ahead? I'll either like around my house as I'm seeing stuff like the scorpion. I don't think I've posted yet that was on my couch behind Lou or Viv the other night. Like I'm saving that for a stories. Yeah. And it was a whopper. Anywho, like posting that, I'll take a picture of like my breakfast today and then instead post that tomorrow. Any screenshots that I've grabbed along the way, watching other people's stories, making a video like right now for 15 seconds, I don't know, talking about the iPad, and then instead posting that on Sunday, just kind of double tapping it a little bit. I feel like I've gotten better about like looking around and being like, what's going on right now in my home that somebody might find interesting? And then I'll save it for next week sometime when I need it. It's so nice to be able to go back in my camera roll and be like, my kids were doing something crazy. I can post that today.
Love
You know?
that.
So, sound good? Does that help? Yes, read them out. You know how to do this. Bye, guys. Happy Friday. Can't wait to see all your posts. The iPad posts. I need to punch.